Welcome to Kennesaw, Georgia, in the greater Atlanta area and home to the Owls of Kennesaw State, where these fans have been eagerly anticipating this one all week. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Pandas, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Pandas will have some work to do after that short return. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense might bring the house here. He'll try to pop the draw. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They go to the draw. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Pandas come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down, it's 2nd and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Ball in the air, intercepted! And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is that you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. The quarterback's going to have to be more dialed into his decision-making in this game.
So the Kennesaw State Owls offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally game
Oh, look out! He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Caught in the backfield, it's Wallace. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Coming after it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
Buying some time. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The option look. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run play action. Quarterback now breaking the field. Ball's out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Handoff from the gun. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll run it from the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Here's the handoff. On the move at the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Kennesaw State 7, Pandas 0.
Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Got the quick completion. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Peterson. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage...
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after him.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. DBs will try to keep everything in front. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Pandas will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Bringing it back, it's Wallace. He's got great speed. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. Nice move there. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to scramble. And he avoids the tackle with the slide. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Pandas will call on their punt team. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. On the return, it's Wallace. He gets a block. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Off the RPO, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Scanning the field, it's Hudson. He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. Initially, he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Kennesaw State hopes to be wise here in the red zone. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Boy, it didn't look pretty at first, but it wound up being most effective.
And that's the problem with these guys. These quarterbacks, it's not the first play you have to play. You have to play the second play and the third play because they just keep extending it and making plays. And then next thing you know, you look up and the dude's hitting his head on the goalpost.
Throws to the wideout. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. Feeling some heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And there's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
They're going to throw it again. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there.
Defense.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Pandas have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to him. Trying to escape and get it himself. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Bulls his way forward. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. 3rd down play from the gun. He's got it on the run. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Pandas!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Kennesaw. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing.
And the Pandas will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Line gets set, first down. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After
Brings up.
back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking downfield, it's Hudson. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And listen, QB job number 1, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so you got to take care of that football.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Using his legs to buy some time. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Pandas.
Touchdown. Pandas.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock it in.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of people on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number 1, you got to stop the run.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. He'll ride his man on the option. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Tackled after picking up the first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Wants to throw. It's Hudson. He's got his man. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Jeffrey. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quarterback on the keeper. Open space at the 25. And that's a live ball. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He'll pull it on the read. Smashes through.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Pandas will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Now he's looking to throw it. Fires one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Pandas will line up to punt it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. He's gonna pass. Catch in the middle, it's Wallace. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of... Big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Kennesaw State.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Gets it past the marker. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Kennesaw State has a chance now on 1st and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And the route is on. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Jeffrey. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, the ground game. Keeps the legs moving. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Dropping back, it's Wicks. Just a short pass to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion.
After 40. And that's good enough for a 1st
Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Hobbs. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. The Pandas come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a crease, it's Scott. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll run this play from the pistol. To the air, it's Hudson. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Sometimes just punt the ball. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Pandas! The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. A 1st down for the offense. Looking for room at the 30. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
Touchdown, Owls! And the stomping has commenced. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Wicks. What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the...
Touchdown, Kennesaw State. And the pummeling has started. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he added the extra point. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Yeah, and this defense just putting a cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Finds his man down the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Pandas will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the fourth quarter now at that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Dropping back, it's Hudson. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. The give to the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the run. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can...
You don't give a hoot! Kennesaw State does! Touchdown, Owls! And the beatdown has ensued.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Ashley. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. Dude, keep competing, defense.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. These corners backing off a bit. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. Looks as if we have an injury. This play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Wicks. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. To the air on first down. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got room on the return. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Owls! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. He's looking to throw it. He wants a big play here late. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Here's a throw downfield late. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. You don't want to get carried away. It's still early, but that was an impressive performance to go to 3-0. What do you think? How good is this team, David?
I love when you say you don't want to get carried away. But, you know why you say but? Because we're going to get carried away. Great start. This is what we do. We're going to react to what we see, and 3-0 is exactly how you draw it up. You build momentum, you start to build confidence, and you start to look like a team, Jesse, that might could do some damage later on in the postseason.
So, can they drown out the noise? Can they not pay attention to what we're talking about and how good we think they are and just keep that workman-like mentality each and every week? Lunch pail, show up, blue collar, get the job done. This team has a lot of talent. If they can drown out the noise, watch out.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.